We are good.
It is good?
It is live.
Oh, it is live. We did a quick peekaboo.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what was it, Pat? Your software?
Yeah, it was something with my software. It was being weird.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Mike backstage. I said it's probably his software. You gotta. I used to have that problem with OBS. I got rid of OBS. Anything we can do in that, we can do in here now. So I got rid of that shit. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Through the Haze podcast. This is episode number 6, and we are joined with Mike Massicotte from the compound, and he is the Milsim light fighter, man behind Operation Gun Runner, the whole thing of Gun Runner, but this year it is Gun Runner number 3, and we are about to get into a good conversation here about what's going on, what to expect this year. We're not going to go over, because a lot of stuff is pretty much the same thing, like the rules, they never change pretty much, right? It's the same basic rules that we're going to go by. So Mike's got a few things here that he's changed around for this season, so we'll get into some of that, and hopefully everybody enjoys this episode. So hit that like, hit that share button, let all the airsofters or paintballers out there know what's going on, not next weekend, but the weekend after. And Pat, Mike, how you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. It's most unfortunate. The weekend is almost over. Back to the grind to afford for all my airsoft toys and accessories.
Yeah, you gotta work to pay those bills. That's for sure.
Yeah. Pay for life in general. But yeah, well, we got to do what you got to do. So,
you got to do it. Love the sport. You got to play it. You got to buy stuff to play it. It's just it's all part of it.
It's the vicious cycle.
Oh yeah, it is.
Nice shirts and accessories and everything. Yeah, it just goes hand in hand. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to this event. Like, it's one more week away, like 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
I'll be driving home this time in 2 weeks, or just getting home, something like that. So,
well, we've been planning for months and months and months. We took a lot of positive feedback about Gun Runner 2 and some changes that people wanted to see, and we really ran with that this year. We feel that bigger Milsim events are amazing, but they need more aspects, I would say, involved in them. And I think last year was just a bit of a touch of the NPC aspect, and this year we're really ramping it up with the NPCs and the whole storyline and everything that's involved in Gun Runner 3. It's getting big and crazy and epic. We're rounding 400 players right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be up there. Our NPC cast is doubled, if not tripled this year. We're well over 40 NPCs.
Really? You had a full working village last time, like burger shop, surplus store, everything. Like, it was a whole story unfolding. Like, I'm gonna hate myself, but one of your friends made like a movie of the event, and like it was John. It looked like a movie. Like, I'm like,
John will be back this year with a few other great photographers. We really want to capture the scene. Every year we do a big, like a big cinematic starting and like almost like a mass casualty event. We bring in an FX team that does real bullet wounds and stuff like that. We try to all the squibs. So that team will be back again this year. There'll be a lot of major missions intertwined with obviously the vehicle stuff and the behind the scenes and bartering and trading and all that stuff. That stuff's not going to change. It's going to be the same as last year. So you're going to be able to buy burgers and drinks and stuff like that mid-game, during a firefight, whenever you want.
I thought that was pretty slick how you could go on the field, like, and go buy yourself a burger or buy yourself some water, some pop, whatever it is. You could go to a supply shop, buy some BBs, buy some type of equipment that you need for your loadout or something. Well, I think there was dump pouches and stuff in that if you needed anything like that, you can get that.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic, man. I never seen nothing like that. When I seen that, I was like, yo, this shit's pretty cool. That is an organizer telling you, I don't want you to leave this field. I want you to stay and get your battle's worth. And how many of us always have like a few bucks left in our pocket and we're hungry and it's like, yo, I just got eliminated. Our team's going back to spawn. Let's swing in and grab a burger, right? Like it's so quick and it's so convenient. That's what made you think of something like that before we get into the main topic here.
Well, Gunrunner was designed by airsoft players for airsoft players. So our team has played numerous events over the years. We try not to miss any events, to be honest with you. So we kind of experience a little bit of everything from every game host. And we basically wanted to give everything we possibly can to the community on game day to keep them on the field and enjoying themselves from start to finish. Right. So that way we don't get a dead zone or anything like that. In the event, we just want people to come and get their money's worth. You know, tickets are expensive. Running the field's expensive, you know, booking the field, props, all of that stuff. So we want to pretty much make sure that people that are coming to our events are getting every cent worth, especially in this economy. And it's really important to us that everybody comes in and enjoys themselves.
I just want people to actually realize like how expensive it is. Like there is a lot of moving parts to owning a field. And I've seen people talk about this. And I know me and Tim had this discussion one time and we just did quick math and we're like, it's a lot of money. You got insurance, you got property taxes, you got just income of like paying for your employees, like maintenance is huge. Yeah. All this stuff, boom, it all adds up. Everybody's like, oh, paintball fields make a pile of money, airsoft fields make a pile of money. I'm like, no, man. No, they don't. The margins are pretty tight. They are tight. And you don't do rentals.
We do now. So we do have, I think 15 rentals on the airsoft side, just in case your gear does go down. We felt that it was a good idea to have something on hand just in case. So that way, if somebody does only have a single primary marker, that they'd have an option and their day wasn't done. So we wanted to add that. Plus we have been, you know, hosting small like birthday games and stuff like that here and there, like on off weekends. Like the Milsom season is pretty booked at the compound. We do have a lot of events this year, so we're pretty happy with what we have booked. But on the off times, the locals want to come out and enjoy it too. So we started this program and it's been a hit. So we're going to continue doing it.
Well, you heard it here, folks. That's pretty sweet. That'll help.
Pat, do you want to bring up the first question there for him?
Oh, right on. Well, we'll go with our
scrolling through something here, right here, checking out the comments and stuff right now.
Yeah. First question. Looking back at the last Gunrunner event, what was the hardest lesson you had to accept as an organizer, and how did that directly influence Gunrunner 3?
I think we could have been more organized in some aspects, and
interesting.
There was some stuff that, you know, I wanted to happen, and things aren't going to be flawless, especially when you have so many people involved. And I think that we can tighten up our NPC end of the game. I think that we want to deliver more than we did last year. Not that, you know, anyone did anything wrong. I just feel like we want to deliver more. I don't want to give too much out, but
no,
we want to make sure that everybody can be doing something always, regardless of what's going on in the game. So there will be main missions that are, you know, worth, you know, your pass or fail that will win the event. Vehicles are very important to move stuff around the field. But those vehicles, they need ammo and they need fuel to operate. and factions need money to buy these things and operate. So we literally created the entire field as a living organism, if you would say now. So every big area of the field, I'll name a few, like the trench system, the trailer park, are all faction based now.
Okay.
So if you're wandering through the field, maybe not involved in a major mission or a convoy at that point, because there's pretty much three, major moving parts of this, which would be vehicle missions, main missions, and then obviously your side or resource collection missions. And we basically used what we learned last year to get extremely organized on that end of the game, because I feel like some, side missions were just kind of off the cuff, and stuff like that won't happen this year. It'll be very organized and orientated to the players. Yeah.
Okay. So when you mentioned with the vehicles and the gas and everything like that, you're providing that?
Yeah. So
that's kind of what it sounded like.
When I say gas and ammo, it's literally gas cans, like last year and the year before. Mission props. When I say gas cans, they're Canadian military diesel cans that are full to the brim, and they weigh about 50, 60 pounds. And ammo crates are actual military ammo crates, and they're full of rocks, and they, weigh 20 pounds, and they got to be slugged around the field, and they're required to. they're required for vehicles to move. Just like last year, fuel has a time limit. Ammo, you have a limit on ammo, and your vehicles need fuel to operate just like real life. And you're going to have to do stuff and barter and trade and attack and complete missions to be able to do anything in the event. It's not just going to be you automatically have enough fuel to last 13 or 16 hours, however long the event goes. And you need to maintain, a steady supply of ammo and fuel to keep your vehicles on the road. And if you want to maybe have your vehicles lightly used, then, you can focus more on bigger missions and, creating an empire of trade, because that's an option. And like I said, things are more in tune with other people living on that property in those areas that you're essentially fighting a war on their territory and have to either coincide or fight them. It's going to be an option. It's going to make you have to think on your feet and work, as a team at field level. There's going to be command level, but sometimes you're going to have to be forced to make a decision whether that NPC faction is friend or foe. So it's going to make everybody have to react and keep everybody on their toes, which is something that I think was lacking last year, and we're gonna really push that envelope this year.
Okay, so now when we have a down technical, and they're carrying this gas and these ammo crates, can we hijack their gas so they're fucked and they can't do shit? They got to run another mission themselves, or once they get that gas and it's in their technical, that's it?
So if they're carrying, they have to carry a fuel tank, and they have to carry ammo for that vehicle to move. So for the vehicle bleed out, during that bleed out, it can be robbed. So you can only take those game props. You can't, go in and take any personal stuff. But yeah, you can rob them of that fuel, and they're done. They'll have to go back to CP. And if they have no fuel stored up at CP, they're going to have to go out on foot and either barter, beg, trade, rob, or complete a mission, or that vehicle is sitting at CP and it's not moving. And it's just going to add that more of an intense situation around the vehicles, that you always have to be, privy to what you have stored up to be able to make it through the entire event.
And you want those vehicles on the field because they are scary.
Yeah.
As a team, you want like your technicals rolling around that field. I remember running into them, both against them and even ones on my team. They started shooting at us by accident, and I'm like, "Oh, this is terrifying. I don't want this to happen again."
Oh yeah, especially when they have like that LMG's just gun at you, but they can only get it down so far on an angle on this one technical we were going up against. And I was in a bush and I go into medic a guy. And once I get a medic, we're trying to fall back. And he's like, sit here. He's like, because he can't hit us now. I guess he got hit as he was going into the bush. And he's like, as soon as we start falling back, he's like, we're going to get lit right the fuck up. He's like, we're staying here for a little bit until something gets done with this. And I was like, dude, I got a smoke grenade. I'm popping this shit and we're getting out of here, because at the same time, the technical can't move when the smoke grenade's been thrown, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're safe. Nah, I should have listened because I popped the smoke, but he still got us through the smoke, right? I was like, fuck, I should have listened. But learning experience that I'll know for this year, because I plan on going in and hijacking a technical this year and getting some gas and cooking our boys up. Like, I like that. What's in the ammo crate?
Ammo crate is just so the turrets on the vehicles are able to fire. So inside the ammo crate is just simulated weight, which would be, rocks. And like I said, they're about 15, 20 pounds. Each vehicle will have to have an ammo crate on it to actually fire. So if you do end up robbing that thing off, then the turret's useless on that vehicle, even if they repair. So if you, in our game, you do have the option to repair depending on the tier of your vehicle. There's 3 tiers. And if you are if a vehicle gets hit and they do a repair, but you take their gas in their bleed out and their ammo, so they could be repaired, which means they can use it as cover and still shoot out of it, but they can't move anywhere until somebody brings them fuel. So that vehicle is essentially stuck on the field. It happened a couple times last year. It's great to see. And it really makes you have to come up with a game plan to, protect that truck and physically get fuel out to them and simulate fueling that truck back up. So it's adds to the little bit of realism that we want to put out there.
I like that.
I do. All right, let's grab another one, Tim. What do we got?
Just go right in order, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
What feature or mechanic from previous years did you deliberately kill off because it wasn't accomplishing what you originally envisioned? Did we already kind of touch on that one? Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. We didn't really kill off too much stuff because everything kind of worked, pretty good last year. I think we did kill off one of the main characters towards the end there. He got shot in the head. It's a big squib.
Yes.
Yeah, the other mayor. This year, I don't think we're really, planning on eliminating anybody. We have some major characters that are returning that are, favorites from the game. We have some new characters, major characters that'll pop up that'll hopefully continue into next year, and even former commander from last year that she took all her money, said screw you to the military, and bought the casino in town. So there's a lot of changes when it comes to leadership this year.
It's a whole story. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's all intertwined together. Everything works together. So like I said, Bree and Brian, the two that are running our NPC organization, they are super legit and have been putting a lot of work in behind the scenes to make sure everything is going to run on that end properly. And we're excited to show the community what we got in store.
So when it comes to the NPCs, you were just saying, sorry, Brian and who?
Brian and Bree. So Bree Pinard was the former commander of the ERT forces for the first 2 gun runners. Smugglers won last year, and she decided that she's had enough with the military. They're not giving her, the backup and the means that she needs to properly run the emergency task force. So she's decided to say, screw the government. And she bought the casino. And now Jacob Spruill has taken over the ERT, and he has been sent from high command to clean up her mess. So that's where everything kind of intertwines together. And last year, Monty, he won the election, so he is currently the mayor. And I guess Bree has had enough of his influence and the way he is pushing the town folk around. So if she couldn't do anything with the government backing her, she decided to put things in her own hands and bought the casino right in town there. And it should be a epic little battle between Monty and his henchmen and her in the casino. So I'm interested to see how that whole storyline plays out.
I'm interested too. So now with the casino, is there a casino on field?
Yeah, there's the actual casino. So it's further to the north end of the field. It's a big building. It's got a stripper pole in it, and it is called the casino and the mansion, former siege signage on it. And there'll be music and lights and
nice
security guards, and it's an operating casino for the event.
Sorry, because I squirrel out a lot, so I have to interrupt you on this one.
All good.
I'm kind of thinking, I'm envisioning here that there's probably going to be like, and you can tell me yes or no, or we can just leave it. But I'm picturing we can come in there. There's probably going to be some poker games going on or something going on in there where we can come and jack some folks or whatever. Because you were talking earlier that there's more NPCs in the game. Like there's like up to 40 or so plus now. So I'm wondering, am I onto something here?
You can, like I said, the full field and all of its major features are fully interactive now. So the casino is an operating casino. You can go in, play blackjack, do what you need to do. If you maybe need to make a deal for some cash or gas, or have somebody on a hit list found or anything like that, or you need something to do, it might benefit you and your faction to go in there and talk to some people and sit down, play poker, and get chummy with those people, because you never know who's going to assist you in a gunfight further in the game or at a different area. Who knows if they're out for a drive in a taxi and you guys are pinned down and you did something good for them. They may help you or they may not. You directly influence how people are going to treat you on the town folk side. So if you want to be a dick, you're going to be treated like a dick.
I'm not allowed anywhere near the town people.
Pat, stay away. Like you need to stay away. Like war crimes and all that
war
stuff.
War crime number one.
Stay away. Stay away. So obviously it's probably
Andrew Mitchell.
Is it going to be like the store and the burger shack and all that? That there's no fire in there. Pat, we forgot to move the overlay.
Yeah.
The burger shack, we don't want anybody shooting in there. That's why we pick a small building kind of out of the way. The casino is going to be an open fire area. So like I said, it's going to be like any other casino. There will be security that you'll have to go through. They may ask you to put your primary down. They may not. It's up to her. She runs that establishment. She runs her security force, and she runs it any way she wants to. So I don't have any influence over that. She's going to run that business the way she wants to, and it's going to be pretty much on her guys on the protocol on coming in there and getting out of there alive.
Okay, so interesting. Maybe keep a hidden pistol or something when you go inside to shit goes sideways or something. But now that's going to lead us into question number 3. At what point do you decide whether an idea is adding immersion versus just adding complexity and confusion for players?
That's fair.
It's definitely fair. You want to definitely streamline things. Like this year, a main mission is going to be a very focused military type main mission. That will be well known by the commanders. They'll have information. it'll be numerous hours long. So that will be very focused on what needs to be done for that main mission. And then we're streamlining the vehicle end. They'll have their own missions, which are basically, running convoy missions, a bunch of ammo from, a fob to their CP, bringing ammo out to vehicles that need ammo, fuel, doing VIP transports, picking up the operator, CIA agents that have a lot of intel to some of the major missions. So we try to keep everything kind of in its own zone, and anything to do with the NPC missions are basically, for resources. So we kind of keep things as easy as possible so things don't become redundant and it feels like you're going up to game staff and asking them for something to do. That should never happen at an event. You should always be able to find something to do that's not too complex. We try to keep things, very clear instructions. You should be able to manage completing these missions with 200 other people on your faction. Like it's going to be doable, and it's going to be very concise and clear. All the NPCs have cards on them that specifically have what their role in town is and what their abilities are and what they can get for you, and everybody knows their role, so there shouldn't be any mix-ups, complexities, or anything like that. We've done a lot of behind the scenes work to streamline this and just make sure that players' fun is number one. That's the only thing we care about, is everybody is on the field enjoying themselves from the time the first shots go off until the last shots go off.
Nice. Number 4 here. I think we hit on some of it. I'll bring it up. What is the single biggest change in Gunrunner 3 that most players won't appreciate until they're actually in the middle of the game? I kind of feel like we hit on this.
Ryan, so I'm just reading Ryan Bell's comments right now. I'm going to star them. So, Pat, what we'll do, and Mike, I'm just going to star the comments, a few of them from the guests, and then later on in the show, we'll bring those up. So we're keeping our questions separate from theirs, okay? Sorry.
Yeah, so, we pretty much touched on that.
I feel like we did. Now we're into the ones I kind of have some interest in. I'm super curious. Like, everybody talks about drones and technicals, but what other technology is changing the battlefield at Gunrunner 3, and how will it affect decision-making for players and commanders?
That's actually a great question. We teamed up with TrailLink this year. They're going to be bringing out a bunch of technology for both sides. We're going to make sure it's equal. They're bringing out repeaters. They're doing this huge setup where we're going to, it's their own version of ATAC. It was originally designed for backcountry snowmobiling, and they really want to reach into the airsoft and paintball world. And I said, we got 400 players, rocking on 200 acres, so you might as well come out and show us a thing or two. So it's going to be a brand new technology that the community is going to see for the first time at Gunrunner, and you're going to be able to see your squads live on screens, where they are, where they've been, all of that information in real time right at your CPs for both factions. And I'm super grateful for those guys. They reached out on the compound Instagram, and I said, hey, come on out and let's rock and roll. We got a big event coming up, and let's try it out. And they said, we're coming. So that'll be some new technology that we're really excited to see come into the community for the first time.
Okay. So this is rolling pretty cool right now, because now that segues into this one right here. Do you see technology enhancing players' skill or replacing it? And where do we draw the line? We were kind of talking a little bit about this backstage. So what do you think?
This is a really good question. So yes, technology is definitely going to give you a leg up if you use it properly. Everything has its place in the military and in airsoft. And it's all about how you train with what you're going to, or it's how you train with the tool that you're using, and how you use the tool to be effective with it. So just because you have night vision doesn't mean you're going to walk around and smoke everyone. Sure, you can navigate at night. That's amazing. And if you have a thermal, great. You can see people at night, but you still got to hit them. You still got to maneuver. You still got to be able to, achieve what you want to achieve with your mission set. So I think technology is great. It's great for the sport. Certain technologies, like, getting into listening to comms and blocking comms and stuff like that. I think that type
I don't agree with that one.
Yeah.
That
so
drives Pat nuts. I like it. I like it.
I think
because it gives you time to go ghost mode or something. You know what I mean? Like if your radios are down and we're on some because last year Tom and I, we were getting ready to go attack some guys, and they were at their the one spawn CP. You know how we could take the one CP and use that for a spawn point?
Yeah.
We were getting ready to go ambush them, and it was only Tom and I, and we watched a squad of 10 guys go out. And first they started walking towards us, and we were just about 15 feet in off the tree line. And we were sitting there, and we seen 10, 15 guys go out on patrol. And then they wrapped right behind us, and Tom's just don't move. He's don't. And then they go by us, and then we thought there's 8 guys or something like that left in there, but we didn't realize it was that many. So then we come running in, tagging's out, boom, boom, boom. It was awesome. And then we come in, and next thing I know, I was just yeah, we just got 2 people came out of the building. I think it was a husband and wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend couple. We had no idea they were there, and they just came out and fucked us up. So it was really important that we had to pay attention to that on doing stuff like you were just saying. So
for sure.
I like that.
Honestly, I don't think it gives technology. It will give you a leg up in some senses, but if you're not using it right, then it's not going to help.
I've literally seen somebody use those robot legs you put on, and they're walking around the field. I'm like, that literally gives me a leg up. I just I like the idea of me versus you with a gun. I like that idea. Going into the woods, me versus you. Let's have a gunfight. That's just how I look at it. Maybe I'm I don't know. I just think of it more of a survival game in that manner. Maybe that's something I just gotta myself get into.
I think so, Pat. Sorry, me and you have talked about this a few times, Pat. And I look at it airsoft. The immersion is unreal. The way you put gun runners on, and the way I've seen other events put together. It's like we're in Ukraine or somewhere. You know what I mean? And I look at it. If this could happen over there, why not have it in the game as well? Pat and I, we've kind of went back and forth, and
we have an ongoing friendly debate about it.
And that's why I want to know, where do we draw the line?
It's so hard.
Because we've seen e-bikes out there. We've seen different things. What do we do? How do you go against that? What do you do?
Honestly, so many people, like I said before backstage, so many people, I would say 100 messages since the last gun runner about just new tools and tech that they want to bring to the event, and they want to try it out, and they send me testing videos and all of that stuff, which we're all for innovation. Absolutely. It obviously makes the game better. And then there's just stuff that is just not safe, and it just doesn't make any sense. So we do say no to quite a bit of new technology that's not proven, but the proven stuff, we're definitely going to allow it. We're going to, make sure both teams have the same tech. That's one thing we're, really big on is leveling the playing field. And, as the years go on, we're going to see new and cooler stuff, and we're just going to have to embrace it and, step up our games. If it's something drones dropping and stuff like that, that's the new norm. That's just something that we're going to have to get used to going forward in Milsim games. And
what are some of the things people have asked you and you've had to turn down?
Ooh.
It's been like, no, man, this is good idea, but we can't have it.
So like potato type launchers that are running off of air pigs where you can't monitor the pressure on the projectile that's flying out at a human being. So stuff like that, we're just not gonna allow. Like, even if it's vehicle mounted, it has to be done up to where you can shoot a human being with it and it's not going to hurt them. So there's just some stuff that's nice to see, like howitzer type weaponry and stuff like that. It's just not finessed enough and safe enough for us to allow it at our events, but they'll go back to the drawing table and they'll try to slow stuff down and regulate it. And, who knows, maybe next year we'll see it.
Okay.
Like that kind of led into the next one. Like,
which one, Pat?
Oh my. Yeah. There's things you had to deny. Have you ever technologies? Have you ever considered technologies are just so groundbreaking you couldn't allow them? Have you had stuff like that happen?
Yeah, like the communication stuff. I definitely put my foot down on blocking any freaks and stuff like that. Like that type of stuff just creates chaos on a field with 400 plus players. It becomes a safety issue. Stuff like that I definitely had to put my foot down on. Other than that, most stuff will fly. You're going to see some new technicals for the first time in the community, which is really cool to see. I'm excited to see that. We've got.
What do you mean by new technicals? Like just more coming in or more different design?
Definitely a different design. I'm not going to it is.
You catch that little giggle he had.
Yeah.
You got that?
So we got to get a video of this thing. We got to get a video of this thing.
Be ready, ladies and gentlemen. Something's coming good.
It's really cool to see the innovation going on in the community. When I first got into the community, there was only the Green Mile series. That was the only vehicle event, which I was commander for, I think, 2 out of 3 of them. And I caught the bug there. And it's just great to see how much the vehicle end has bloomed in the Ontario community. And it's just something that adds that extra little bit of fear on the field. And it's great to see. Like sometimes you see grown men shriek and run away from a technical rolling down. It's pretty funny.
It's definitely innovating. Like, I'm not giving anything away, no names, nothing, but I know teams that are practicing with vehicles, like mechanized combat squad working with the vehicles.
Absolutely.
Practicing just for these events.
Yep. You have
That's next level. That's like next level Moses. Like that's up there. Like to be preparing for these events in that fashion is definitely states to the state of mind that people just prepare for this all year.
I think having the TrailLink guys come out and add that second little new technology where we can physically track everybody, real cohesion on the battlefield, because not everybody has access to ATAC and stuff like that. I think that's going to add a really cool new twist to the event as well. So we're really looking forward to that.
Nice. All right. Well, let's dive right into this one. Can one squad realistically change the course of the entire event, or is victory mostly decided at the command level?
One squad can easily change the entire event and could possibly stop the other side from completing missions by just doing certain things, like stopping vehicles from moving, doing side deals, making political deals, getting the entire NPC group with them. You absolutely can change the flow and the outcome of an event just by the decisions that you make at this game. This game is all about the decisions that you make at this game. So yes, there is command level, but one thing we don't do is give out information to our commanders because we don't want them to plan. We need them to work on their feet. So we'll give them bits and scrapes of the very first mission, the cinematic mission, because it's important to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row. But after that, missions are handed to them by either CIA, a guy called the operator, or, different people that are floating out through the towns that own different buildings and stuff like that. So yes, absolutely, one squad can change the outcome of a game for sure at our event.
Okay, that's awesome. Ooh, I think we accidentally deleted one, Tim. I deleted.
Yeah, I might have.
It's all good.
That's why I told you to. Never mind. Go ahead.
What separates a good squad leader from a good commander in a large scale operation like this?
A good squad leader is somebody that can lead a group from the field and make real-time decisions that are benefiting their entire faction without having to constantly be communicating with their command element. So you need to be able to react, plan, and move as a group organized by that player without constantly tying up communications. So a good squad leader will have a squad out on the field. Like communication is definitely important, but if they're able to carry on a mission and make decisions that, are time sensitive without having to, go all the way up the chain of command is definitely something that differs from, a poor squad leader to a squad leader that can lead.
They got to definitely be good at planning or, I guess just planning and moving on the fly, right?
100%. They shouldn't be at the tip of the spear. They should be third man back, fourth man back, watching what everything is going on and making sure their team stays alive and stays on task is squad leader's number one MO. Making sure all of their guys come back alive and the mission is successfully completed is number one. A good squad leader puts all their guys ahead of them, make sure everybody has what they need and everybody is good before they step off. So squad is number one, and squad leader is making sure that they're doing their jobs and doing their jobs well and coming home alive.
Yeah, I am a good squad leader, not a good commander. Don't like doing it. Rather be a squad leader. I don't need to be up at that higher level. I'd rather deal with the lower level stuff. The last event, I definitely had a blast using the radio and playing off my map to find myself more missions and things. You could hear stuff going on the field and you could be like, oh, our squad's here. Their squad's there. They're doing this. Maybe we should move over to here to support them, thus making ourselves a mission and useful. I really feel that immersion really helps with the game. That's why I'm so for having the radios. I feel like it really brings people who are like more beginners, because when we went, we were, for all intents and purposes, we were beginners. So we don't know all the players, the moving parts, but we could still make ourselves useful and feel involved in the grander scheme, the bigger game. Because the commander's not going to choose us to go on some super important mission when he can pick a team he's known for forever. He's like, oh, these guys are like pipe hitters. We'll take them. Those guys, we'll find them something to do. We won't exclude them, but I just found it lets you try to get yourself into it a little bit more. That's one of my things.
For sure. And commanding, first of all, that what you just said is piss poor commanding. You got to let every squad do a major task. How do you know that squad isn't going to achieve that task if you never give them a chance to do it?
It's true.
So I have commanded a lot of top tier events in Ontario for years, and I will never, ever favoritize a squad because that just ruins the game for everybody else. and you don't know the hidden talents in squads of people that you don't know. For an example, at Gunrunner, we have squads coming in from the States, Nova Scotia, East Coast, West Coast, players that have never even played airsoft in Ontario before ever. So this is going to be a big challenge for the two commanders at that high of level of having 200 plus players on either side, plus having to deal with NPCs, plus having to deal with vehicles, timings, fuel. It's a huge task, and it's a lot to deal with when you don't have any of that information ahead of time. So it's a huge ask of Chris and Jacob, but those two guys I've run and gunned with for years, and I have nothing but the utmost confidence that they can definitely organize and adapt and pivot when need to make sure that everybody is on task and having an incredible time at our events. We take command and choosing command very, very, very seriously at our events because it's very important part of the game for sure.
Yeah, and to play off what you were saying there, you don't have, like you said, there's so much going on. You don't have time to be like, okay, when these guys come back, I'm going to send them out now to go do this. You got to take with what's ready for you now and go get shit done. And that's going to take you back, I think, Pat, to the part where can a squad single-handedly change the dynamic of the game or not, right? That squad just, you don't know who the hell they are. They just came, like you said, from Nova Scotia out west. But you know what? Listen, this is what's at hand. I need you to go do this. And they're either going to do it or they're not. And that's the point of the opportunity of the commander to start learning new people too when they keep coming back. Like, listen, I got this, I got that. And then maybe as the day progresses and slowly slows down, because I'm sure it's going to get a little bit slower at night with, you know, like not everyone having night vision and stuff. Then he can kind of maybe decide, like, you know what, these guys are having a little bit of rougher go. Not saying that they can't accomplish this mission, but now he kind of gets to know them a little bit to know I can push you more now that it's slowed down a bit. I can kind of go feed you this because you guys are running night vision and these guys aren't. That's probably the more time I would see a commander picking and choosing who's going to do what then, right?
For sure. Yeah, mission capable, but that you also, if you have I'm not going to use the term weaker, but if you have a newer or unfamiliar squad with the field, then you put a familiar squad with them, or you put a PL that's familiar with the field with them. The whole point of leadership is to teach. So you're not teaching anybody by sending them on mundane tasks. Send them on a major task, but bump them up and buddy them up with a squad that you know is ready to rock and roll, and it's going to open up their arms and teach these guys to navigate through the field and drop some bodies. And that's the thrill of being in leadership. And that's one thing that I thoroughly enjoy being the leader of the light fighters and, you know, commanding and being a squad lead is to make sure that not just your squad, but the squads that are attached to you are having the best fucking time they can on that field. And that's what true and good leadership amounts to. That's the only thing that matters. Yes, you're going to get the task done or you're not, but if your guys all have a good time doing that, you did your job as a leader and you should pat yourself on the back.
I agree 100%. And we had a little bit of confusion earlier on throughout the week about something like that. And I agree 100%. It's the commander's job, I think, to make sure everyone's getting the fun that they want. Everyone comes to a game for a different reason. Yeah. Some people want to come run missions. Some people want to come and just slang BBs or paint if it's paintball and just fuck people up. And I think a commander kind of has to delegate that property to make sure everyone's getting, do you know what I'm getting at here? Everyone's kind of, you got to make, and that's what makes you leave as a commander. And I made a post that it is about winning. When you step into these games that are competitive, sure, everyone says it's not about the win, but I look at as from commanding so many games that you got to organize so much that's going on, and you want to make sure all your squads, all your players are having fun. So the win is not that I won the game. The win is everyone had fun. I gave everybody something that they wanted to do. So at the end of the day, it does come down to a win because it's competitive. We are out here competing and trying to get that W. It's not, this is just for fun, because if it's just for fun, it takes away from all of what you're putting together, because you have a vision as an organizer on how you want it to play out, and to see it play out your way by having the commanders execute that for you. That is, I think that's just amazing right there, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. There has to be a winner and a loser. I don't want to use the term loser, but second place, let's say.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. It's just, this is a sport. This is an event. There's going to be a winner and there's going to be somebody that doesn't win. It's a pass fail. Every year, somebody wins and somebody loses, and that's just the nature of an event. We're just making it so everybody can have little wins, and everybody will have little losses as well. That's the whole point of having the whole field interactive and having so much more to do. Gives everybody purpose all the time, and makes them feel that they're needed, and they're not pawns,
Right.
doing endless stuff that their commander's telling them to do.
Right. So this is going to piggyback off of that then. Have you ever had a faction lose because they lacked players or resources, but because leadership failed? And if so, what happened?
I don't think I would ever blame a commander for a loss or anything like that. It's just, it's
too much cat herding. It's
yeah,
a hard gig. It's a hard gig.
It's very difficult, especially at this amount of players and reading cards. That's a tough question. I would never put it on a commander. I would never say it would be totally a commander's fault. Even if a commander is weak at an event, or not really knowledgeable, let's say, in doing the command, other players usually will step up and assist and try to get them through, and help. I've just seen the community help. I would never say that, it was one person that failed for an entire faction. There's hundreds of people on a faction at most events. I would never blame one person ever.
Okay. I wouldn't put it all on one person either, but sometimes you could have. So when you put, how do I want to say this? So when you put together your commanders and you're picking your commanders for your events, how are you doing that? Like, are you looking at it like these guys have a good following? They can bring in players to help make the game bigger with anything that's going on? Or do you look at it as like they need to organize? They need to be prepared when they come into an event, because you don't want to pick a commander and then when they show up game day, they don't know jack shit of what's going on. Sure, they don't get the missions handed to them prior, like you said, but you do want. So would you kind of blame a commander if that was to happen, that they never planned or nothing before the game? Would that kind of fall on the commander, or not? If
it's an event that's set up like that, where you do have intel ahead of time and they didn't get comm set up, squad set up, PL set up, then yeah, that's a failure on the command level for sure. But I think
but
that
it's not the reason why there's a loss. Sorry.
Yeah, so that would be a failure on the command level, but I think that falls back on the game host, because he should have never chose that commander. So ultimately, I do not pick commanders on vanity or following or players that they can bring to my events. Like, I pick commanders that can pivot, deal with situations as they arise, and have a proven track record right beside me on the battlefield. So that's the one thing about me being such an involved player in the community and playing everybody else's events is I know all of these leadership roles and PLs and other people, and I've fought alongside them and against them. And that's why I've chosen them as commanders. The team and I have chosen them as commanders. It has nothing to do with who they are or who their following is or anything like that. It's just because of what they can do and what I've seen them do on the field is why they were chosen for our events.
So they're set up for success right from the get-go. Selected for the fact that they will do good at this role and provide a good asset for the game organizer, which is smart. You want somebody who's going to make this time good for everyone involved. You want a guy that will make max potential of an amazing time for all involved.
Guy or girl, yeah.
Guy or girl, yes.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah. For 2 years, we had Bree, great commander, very organized, amazing. It's just we shifted the storyline, and now she has a major role with the NPC. So it's just something else needed to be organized on that end, and she's a great leader, and that's why we put her in that position. And that's just something that we do as an organization is we really take our time and choose people based on their ability to achieve what we need them to achieve on game day and even before game day. Like the commanders have been working for a long time getting as much organization as they can, and I don't give them anything because I need them to be reactive. And I need them to be able to pivot. And that's what I love to see is a little bit of strain and a little bit of stress on the commanders. And I want to see them achieve greatness and have failure at the same time and learn from that failure and be better at the next outing. And that's just how we want to do. We want to create this. We created this game for everybody, including the commanders. I don't want them to have a shit time where they're just herding cats. I want them to be 100% involved in the game, in the NPC aspect. Who knows? One of them could be at the town eating a burger and get black bagged. Like, you have no idea what could happen at this event, and that's how we want to keep it. So they can try and plan all they want, and I commend them for trying, but none of them have a clue of what's coming to them at all. Like, they have no idea. So it's kind of the same thing we do with our other series as well, and it's been pretty successful, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling that way.
That's cool. Now, you were talking how Bree has kind of pivoted off, and she's running the casino and she's running the NPCs and stuff like that now. Not that it would cause you, like, this question is like not towards her or nothing like that, but what's the biggest behind the scene challenge players never see that keeps organizers awake the night before the game?
Well, you always have it in the back of your mind that your game's could be a giant flop, right? You could have a game end at 6 p.m. Because people aren't into it, and you're not, creating what they expected to come to. And I mean, that's obviously in the back of every organizer's head. Did you do your due diligence on all your props, all your organization? Did you write out all your missions? Do you have all the stuff organized? It's just over and over and over and over and over in your head. So it's definitely, you don't get, enough sleep the night before. Luckily, we've, been doing this a couple of years now, so things are getting a little bit easier on that end. We've, built up a good prop repertoire, and we've gotten ourselves, pretty organized on the back end. But if you don't, it can become, a medial event where people will not come back to next year. And the one thing that keeps events going is people going to them. So it's very important to have players show up at your events.
Okay. So we have a couple questions here. We're getting close to the hour. We have another question here that we want to bring up to you right now. If Gun Runner 3 is remembered for one thing in a year from now, what do you hope the players are talking about?
I hope the players are talking about how interactive and how like epic the world around the conflict is, if that makes sense. So we always have big, huge missions, massive conflict, huge firefights. I want people to be talking about the conversations that they had with NPCs, the deals that they made, the stuff that they seen. I want them to talk about how it was completely different than anything else they've experienced. And that's exactly what we're going for at Light Fighter Milsim.
Okay. Is there anything that we missed that you want to touch on before we go to any of the starred comments from everybody in the chat?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I do want to get into, but I think it's better to leave it as a surprise, to be honest with you.
I like surprises.
Yeah, I think none of the rules are really changing other than the comms. Like we touched on before, there's going to be none of that bullshit this year. Timings, I'll post up. Yeah, really, there's some cool stuff coming your way, and you guys are going to enjoy it. We're doing player swaps tomorrow. That being said, once we do player swaps, if you haven't sent your payment in yet, you're going to be booted, and there'll be tickets available. As of tomorrow evening, we'll go through the list. There may be some tickets available because we've had at least 100 people message us since we've sold out. And we would love to just have an open-ended amount of people here, but we also want to make sure that the game is enjoyable and controllable. So that's
the way to go.
Two major things that are very important to us is enjoyable and controllable. So we unfortunately had to cap it at the number we had it capped, but I'm confident there'll be, you know, a handful of tickets released tomorrow on both sides.
Okay, because I had a teammate and he's been fairly busy and he wanted me to ask you if there was a spot that's opened or anything that he can get registered, like last minute type thing. So that just takes care of that right there. He has to wait till tomorrow to see what's going on.
Yeah, tomorrow at 9 p.m. That's when the last of, if there is tickets available, we'll announce it at around 7, 8 o'clock, and then we'll go live on the website at 9.
Okay. All right. Pat, you want to bring up some of those questions there from everybody?
Yes, we'll start right at the beginning. What time do the gates open up for camping on Friday?
I'll be there Thursday night, so come on by whenever you want on Friday.
Amazing. Okay. That's good for me because I plan on being there early so I can get a halfway decent spot.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing that everybody needs to know. You're going to have to tighten up your parking, keep your campsites, you know, reasonable. We did cut a shit ton more field in the back because we will have the most amount of players ever to come to the compound that weekend. So the team will be helping organize all the campsites and making sure everybody's good to go. But yeah, if you have bigger trailers and stuff like that, I would say try to come early. If not, shoot me a message and we'll make sure that we can get the bigger guys, back in where they're not going to get absolutely blocked in by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars.
Okay.
Nice. I got a small little camper, so it'll be easy for me. Oh,
you'll be all right. You just got like a little micro machine camper. I'll be good. You'll be good. Ryan Bell's asking, will vehicles be allowed to jockey beside buildings for extra cover?
Like in-game vehicles?
That's
absolutely. Yeah, just like any other event. Like you can, if you want to use the taxi as cover, or there's going to be a couple other civilian type vehicles that'll be on the field, you can absolutely use them as cover. Will the NPCs driving those vehicles enjoy being shot at? Probably not. Will there be a chance of them pulling out a pistol and shooting you because you're causing their cars being shot up? Maybe. So yes, the answer is yes, for sure. Anything that's on the field during the game that has four wheels can be shot at and used as cover. Just not the four-wheelers.
Not the four-wheelers. I think we missed
which about the camping?
No, the firewood.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the camping. One of the questions was, what about firewood in that for the field?
Firewood, there's a bunch of hardwood up there, right by on the back of the registration building, and a bunch of softwood that got cut up the last weekend that I was up there. There'll be another load of hardwood dropped on the Friday during the day, so there'll be plenty of firewood to go around.
There you go, Mr. Russell.
Yeah,
He's got his little fire pit there, so he doesn't. It's perfect.
It is. We have a few comments here from people here. Andrew Mitchell, he's in the chat. And I can wait. I can rob NPCs. Yes, he's excited about that. Now, what do we get if we jack an NPC or something like that? Like, will they be carrying intel on them? Will they be carrying, like, what can we get? Money? Casino
so
chips?
They will be carrying, no, there'll be no poker chips or anything like that. It'll be hard cash. So there'll be cash. There'll be narcotics, because I did hear that trailer park is cooking up some stuff. So there'll be narcotics, fake narcotics that can be traded for money and other stuff, just like real world situations. You never know what's going on in the trailer park, and you might just stumble on something. So yeah, if you decide that you want to rob an NPC, they'll have stuff on them, or they won't, and that NPC will remember that, and it will go around and remember these are bands of NPCs in sub factions. So yes, you can rob them. Will you piss them off? Yes. Will you become a target? Yes. If that's something that you want to deal with, then have at it, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll probably do some shit like that. It's fun. It's something different.
That's right.
Why not?
You never know. They could have $40,000, $50,000 on them. You don't know, and that could help your faction huge in buying fuel. Like you never know what's going on. Last year the smugglers stockpiled a shit ton of fuel, which was a smart move, and it hampered ERT.
Smugglers.
Yeah, so like things like that can happen. Like I said, certain decisions can hamper full missions on this event. Like anything can happen.
Okay. We have one last one in here from our good friend here, Ryan Bell. Qualified to blackout drive under nods, just not allowed because of safety. Imagine if I was hunting you with a vehicle, you can't see me coming. Airsoft does have a level of fairness somewhat.
I'm pretty sure we'd hear you, Ryan. If not, you're giggling. We'd hear the vehicle coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's like an e-car.
This type of event, obviously, there'll be no blackout driving. There's just so many people coming to this event that it's a safety issue.
I was gonna say safety.
Ryan did message me about this a while ago. Our other event, Disarmed, is more of a extremely realistic event, and that type of shit may happen. So yes to that on that end, but at Gunrunner, no, that won't happen.
Okay. We have Andrew Mitchell. He's in the chat. He's saying he sees lots of war crimes being committed.
I love it.
Ryan Bell's last thing he was saying in the thing here, he was saying on the stripper pole, just with night vision. Just with stay away.
Yeah,
all right.
We're super pumped for this event. The whole team is just worked incredibly hard. Brian, Bree, I can't thank them enough, and all the NPCs that are volunteering their time. it's just something that's really cool to see in the community, and we're super stoked to get to the compound in a couple weeks and then throw it on for you guys.
No, I'm
so
excited.
One last question, and I'll let you go ahead, Pax. I just thought this. What's one thing, Mike, that you're really looking forward to about this event that's different from all the other events that you've put on? Not different events, different gun runners. Sorry.
I am looking.
Just give us a little something.
I'm looking forward to seeing the battles between the factions coincide with the battles, or the battles between the NPC sub-factions coincide with the actual factions themselves. Because it's something that was limited last year, and I'm really excited to see the dynamic of the game change.
Great. All right. So I already asked Mike if there's anything you want to share, but he wants to, but he can't. He can't go into too much. He wants to leave that and let it unfold game day, right?
Yeah, I want people to experience like firsthand. They just want to hit the field and see what's happening. Like, to have conversations. That's all I can say is use any intel you have, because everything is going to be tied together for a reason. And the taxi will be coming back and will be available as well this game. That was a really cool feature last year, and we want to bring it back.
All right. Chris is in the chat right now, and he's saying, let me know who you need tickets for. I believe he's reaching out to us maybe when I mentioned a teammate, maybe. Chris, can I get a number one or a yes or a no if that's what you're referring to? I believe
he might have tickets that he might need to sell off because people canceled. That might be what he's talking about too.
Okay. Okay. Pat, is there anything you want to do or talk about or anything before we take off, before you close us out?
Oh, I think that's good. We covered a lot of stuff. We banged off a pile of questions. I just want to say I'm excited to get back in, for all intents and purposes. I call it the jungle. I can't wait to get back out there. I always have a blast. It's just a good time. I just like playing woods ball. I had laser eye surgery over the winter, so it's a completely different ball game for me now.
Nice.
Like, it's completely different, and I look forward to it, man. I like what you're doing. I like the field. I like the feel of it. I think it's a great event. I think it's something a lot of players have not experienced and should go check out. With all the vehicles and everything going on in the field, there's just so much. It's just a complete attack of the senses.
Oh yeah, it's what we aim for sure.
If you've never, it's too late now, but if you've never gone to a big airsoft event, this is one to go to, because it's a total assault of the senses. You're going to be waking up at night. What happened? I still am afraid of drones. I'm afraid of vehicles. You hear a vehicle coming up, you just take cover. Like, you just hear that buzzing overhead. I hear it at work. They check with the drone. They do surveys and stuff. I hear the drone. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you still think you're at the compound or something, for like a week after.
Yeah. So yeah, I use this as like one of my benchmarks. I set it off screen. I've been to a pile of events, and the first one I went to definitely set a bar. And I'm just like, this is what events should be capable of. Like, why appreciate that. Why are we seeing stuff like this? It doesn't have to be even on the scale you're doing. Even half the size would be like they got 400 people. They capped it. Why don't, like, look at this game. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's a lot of moving parts. If we saw half this at some of the games in something else we were a part of, I just saying thank you, event organizers. Thank you, Mike, for putting on an event like this, for pulling your hair out for the entire year to prepare for this. We appreciate it as players. I appreciate it. There's so many event organizers, and we appreciate you all. All your events are amazing. We just appreciate there being events to go to, places to play. Like, I just want to put that out there. Thank these people. Treasure them, because if they disappear, you won't have anywhere to play. You'll be playing in the back 40 behind your house, and you'll be like, oh, I can play airsoft anywhere I want. Yeah, man, I did it too, but it's not as fun as this. It's fun, but it's not the same. Like,
definitely.
There's other things you can do by yourself too. They're okay, but they're not as fun.
For sure. Definitely got to support the game hosts, support the fields, all the fields in Ontario, and all over Canada and the States. Like travel, experience airsoft. It's such a life-changing community and life-changing event. It's great for the health. It's great for everything. Just go out and support everybody. Go out to their games. Go out to different fields. Just go out and have a great time. Everybody's going to show you a great time when you come out to the field. So you might as well try, everybody's event if you can. If not, pick a couple, try different fields, and just get out there and enjoy.
Right on. So Pat, I know I say this all the time. One last one, but I can sit back here and chit chat. I got a question, and I got a couple things here from Chris. I'm going to post out here real quick. Mike, can we rent night vision from anybody at your event? Like, is there a booth there that we get somebody?
Fortnite Solutions is coming out. I'll confirm with them, and we'll put a post out. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to do rentals again.
And is that like a solo person like myself can just rent that, or do you have to rent it as a squad?
No, you can rent it yourself.
Told you, Pat. I'm gonna rub it in. I told you, Pat.
I'll accept that.
I got that one. Okay. Chris Ziegler is saying, no, I pronounced his last name wrong. I threw an L in there. What's his last name? How do I pronounce
Ziegler?
Chris
Ziegler.
Okay. Sorry, Chris. My bad, bro. You can correct.
That's your commander right there too.
Next time. He was asking Pat, I believe it was for you because he's in the chat here. Are your eyes class 1 now? I believe he's is he going for you on that one, Pat? Because you had your laser surgery. I wonder if that's what that's about.
Yeah, class 1 lasers.
Something different about that.
Yeah, make sure you bring your paperwork up for your eyes at Crony for your class 1. That's what he's talking about.
Okay. And last but not least, then Chris, you can see. Look, I got Chris on the mind, and then Pat, you can get us out of here. And this is the most important one right here. Mike, thank you for your service, buddy.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Oh, Chris, I love you, buddy.
Perfect.
Oh, Chris is good. Chris is the smuggler commander. He has been since the very first gun runner, and he's carried with us for all 3 years, and he's a great dude, and we look forward to it. New call sign Ziegler.
Usually Pat's the one throwing in an extra letter or pronouncing the name wrong, and tonight it was me, right? So I'm never going to get to the end of this one now. I bet you.
I'm not making fun of anyone for pronouncing it wrong. I did it for years. Anyways.
No, I'm going to hear it probably from Andrew and everybody else, and this is probably going to be his new call sign. Watch him get a new patch or something made up. All right, Pat, you want to take us out, brother?
Yeah, thank you for everyone for tuning in. We love you guys. We couldn't do it without you. Look us up on YouTube because Facebook kind of sucks. There's a sick trophy for this event. Stay till the awards at the end. Go do the whole thing. Trust me, it's worth it. Hopefully, awesome. I'll see you on the field and see you on the front lines.
All right. Take care, everybody. See you on the front lines.
See you guys. Thanks.